Dear sons and daughters of planet Earth, I'm Sananda. It is with great joy that I am here once again. Once again I have the opportunity to bring you messages of love and hope. We have constantly asked you to emanate love. We need to make you understand what this love that we talk about is. It is not a difficult thing, nor is it impossible for a human being to feel. You all came from the union of a man and a woman. Even if you don't have love for your parents right now, for whatever reason, there is no judgment here. At some point in your creation you received the love of these two beings. It may have been that they weren't able to show this love, but surely you were loved and still are. So I'll give this kind of love as an example. A child. Of course, not everyone acts as they should, being a parent. But let's talk about a normal situation here. A couple is united by the bonds of love, and from this love another being is born. This being, genetically speaking, is the product of the genetic union of the father and the mother. Now, which soul will incarnate in this being? This soul could be a soul already known to that mother's soul, or to that father's soul, or simply a totally unknown soul. What's the point? The evolution of these three souls. This son or daughter can come to lavish love, to receive love, to bring only joy. But it can also bring lessons, suffering, learning. And why is everything so different? Because that couple, through that being that was born, will learn lessons from that new soul, and at the same time, will exercise their roles of mother and father. Everyone who generates a being implicitly needs to play his role, because otherwise, this also adds to all those karma that soul already brings. For this is a fact that there is no escaping. If a mother and father generate children, they automatically gain functions, and if they are not fulfilled, they cause karma. Lessons to be learned in the future. So we can say this is a kind of love. But is it true love? Many will say yes, it is true love. And I tell you it is not. Because this love is dressed in many ways. It can be a careless love. It can be an excessive love. It can be a love that suffocates. It can be a blackmailing love. It can be an inexpressive, scarce, lacking love. Where do I want to arrive? To this, by the simple fact that a father and a mother have a child, does not label them unconditional love. It is a type of love. It would be totally unconditional if that being was created within all the correct precepts of unconditional love. But for that, it would be necessary for father and mother to live this unconditional love. So this is not an example like many think. Because you don't act unconditionally with your children, don't answer me yes because you don't act. You think that loving a child is often protecting him to excess so that he doesn't suffer. And on the contrary, you are creating an extremely unbalanced soul, because it is not ready for everything the world asks of it. So don't give me the example of children as unconditional love, because it's not. So let's talk about another love. Let's talk about love between two people. This then is a bad example of unconditional love, because you demand, you blackmail, you attack. And I would be here talking all day. A lot of actions that you guys do between the relationship. And then I can stretch it to love between friends, between acquaintances. Love comes in many ways. So let's speak for the love of animals, which you don't love unconditionally either. I might even go so far as to say that you come close. Because many of you, when you love your animals, you love deeply, but it's still not unconditional love. So let's talk about love for the planet. This then, no one can say they love unconditionally. For you to be able to say that, you would have to recreate yourself. Live totally differently, in different ways, with different materials. Many of you think you are too perfect in the love of the planet, but if you search, you will find something that will break this truth, because your world forces you to. There is no way you can love Gaia 100% unconditionally, because your entire world was created to destroy the planet. So it would need the world to change. So I'll go back to what I started this speech of mine about emanating love. When we say emanate love for your brothers, emanate love for the planet, you respond to that very easily. Oh, I do this every day. But how is this love that you emanate? Simply saying, I send love to all my brothers on the planet, is easy and works. I wouldn't say no. But then I ask you, are you aware that within this love that you send to your brothers, you are sending love to murderers? You are sending love to those who act against your society. You are sending love to those who proclaim war. You are sending love to those who kill, those who rape, to all those who unbalance your world. Do you have it included into this love? I assure you that no, that you only say, I send love to all my brothers, implicitly. Within your mind are only those you love, those who walk uprightly, those who do right. The others don't, of course not. Then many will be able to say, so what I do is worthless. Of course it has. It is obvious that it has value. But what really needs to happen in every human being on this planet is for true love to survive, for true love to be reborn, because one day you lived this love. Every soul that existed lived this love, even if it was for a second. But over time it was forgotten. So the great purpose is to make this love grow, no matter to whom. It cannot be an empty phrase, simply saying, I send love to my brothers. It's a beautiful and powerful phrase. But what came out of your heart? Did that phrase just come out of your mouth? out of your mind, or did it come out of your heart? I would say that when it comes out of your mouth and your mind, it works. You are emanating love effectively. But it is a weak love that will take a long time to add to all other loves, emanating in the same way, to cause an effective result. So I would say to each one of you who wants to do their part for the planet, who wants to do their part for their brothers, effectively, that when you think of that moment when you are going to say the sentence, I send love to my brothers, instantly think of all those you would never emanate love, and see if your heart continues to shine. If your heart at that moment shines, repeat again the phrase, I send love to all these brothers too. So yes, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be making the change on this planet, quickly. Sending love cannot be superficial. Sending love cannot be to the nice ones, to only those that God blesses, as their religions usually say. Father, Mother, God bless you all. Even those totally out of the way of the light. There is no distinction in Father, Mother, God. So, it's another lesson here that I'm passing on to you. As you emanate love to your siblings, let all those you would never agree to emanate love roll through your minds. And the list is long. If at the end of this list, you can continue to say that you continue to emanate love for all of these, then I will say to you that you are starting to live unconditional love. The one who doesn't judge, the one who doesn't criticize, the one who doesn't bargain, the one who frees, the one who simply is, without demanding anything in return. And I would say much more. You often look up and say you love Father/Mother God, love me, love all beings of light, but they bargain. They make promises. If you give me this, I'll give you that. Is this unconditional love? Do we accept bargain? Then move on to analyze also the form of love that you have for us. You don't have to give us anything. If you love us, that's enough, not for us to do anything for you. Because it's not us who writes your path, it's you. We only guide those who want to follow the correct path. We make them make correct decisions so that that path can be realized. But we are not the ones who define anything. We are not the ones who show the way forward. You reap what you sow. So don't bargain with us. You will have what you emanate. If you emanate, you will have it back, whether good or bad. Don't put this burden on us, because it's not true. It is not us who define your path, it is you yourselves. So what kind of love do you have for us? It's that love that, oh, I'm going to love it because then it helps me. No, we don't bargain, we help those who really want to go the right way, then we help. Not because it was requested, not because it was bargained for. When you make requests to us, it reverberates in the universe. And if it is a request effectively for your evolution, you will evolve. not because we complied with your request, because you created the conditions for it to happen. It is you who fulfill your desires, not us. It would be very unfair for us to comply with the request of one and not comply with the other. What do you think? You ask a lot of us, but it depends on what you asked for and how the fulfillment of the wish was asked. But it is not us who fulfill the desire. It is you who create the conditions for it to come true. Understand this. We don't bargain anything, and we don't even look out for anyone, anywhere in the universe. Everyone is looked at and treated the same. Don't forget about it. This is unconditional love. Turn your hearts to this kind of love. And before I finish, I will say one more thing. The first love that you need to cultivate, feed and always keep healthy, is the love for yourself. This is the first that has to be above everything and everyone. Yes, above all and everyone else. Because the one who loves himself with respect, who does not let himself be carried away by anything that could harm him, will be building an enlightened path, too. And then those desires become easier to fulfill. Because he loves himself. He respects himself and he helps himself. So the first person you need to love, no. It's not Father, Mother, God. It's not me. It's not anybody. It's yourself. We don't demand that you love us first, for it wouldn't be unconditional love, it would be a demand, and we don't do that. Love yourself first, then the rest. This is the great teaching. And unfortunately few act in this way. Peace with you. Thank you for watching.